Back, everyone. Unfortunately, Albuquerque Fire Rescue has seen an increase in house fires, which has resulted in an increase in fire deaths. So what can we do around our house to stop a tragedy of our own? I spoke with Albuquerque Fire Rescue Captain Martin Salazar to get some useful tips to help avoid any fire accidents. Joining us this morning, we have Captain Martin Salazar with the Albuquerque Fire Rescue. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much for joining us this morning, Captain. We're talking about a very important subject. We're talking about house fires because you've seen a rise in house fires just recently. So let's talk about that.
We have. There's been definitely an increase from this time last year, and a lot of it has to do with simple things of keeping your house cleaner as far as when you do clean, not vacuuming or putting hot coals from fireplaces, because last week we did have a drop in temperature and we had people start up their fireplaces again, and then sometimes those coals get out to the trash can and they may not be quite cool or completely extinguished. We recommend putting them in a bucket of water if you're going to throw them away, and always get them outside. And then also just people being alerted via their smoke detectors. We had time change, and usually people remember, time to change the batteries in our smoke detectors. But a lot of times those smoke detectors could also be out of date. They do have an expiration date of about 8 to 10 years. And right next to the battery compartment, when you go inside of them, there's a stamp. And if there's not a stamp, that means that that smoke detector is probably over 15 years old and it could not be working properly.
Interesting. I don't think a lot of people do check their smoke detectors, and it's very crucial that you do. I want to touch on that in
Yes.
just a moment, but just to give our viewers a perspective of the increase in house fires, how many have you seen in 2021 so far?
So far, we have about 43 more tracking than we normally would. And that's just has to do with um, there's a fluctuation. There's no at 2 o'clock every day, we usually have a fire. We have it's random times, but just looking at trends right now, how it's going up, we are on track to be up about that many.
Okay.
And then some of those, unfortunately have include some fatalities that are still under investigation, and we are
And
working to right now. Hopefully, this helps educate the public on some things we can do to protect ourselves in our homes.
absolutely. At this time, you guys are counting what, seven fatalities so far
Yes,
in 2021? It's just an alarming number. I know that we're not used to tracking that. You guys obviously do
yeah.
because you guys are the ones they call. Um, what can we do to prevent not only just a house fire, but also a fatality? How crucial is that smoke detector in our home?
It is very crucial. Each home, inside of each bedroom, should be a smoke detector, and then outside of each living area. So if you have a hallway and there's 3 bedrooms, each bedroom should have a smoke detector, and there should be one outside also, one in the kitchen and the garage. But if you do smell smoke or see smoke, definitely get everyone out of the house and then call 911. A lot of times, people will attempt to extinguish it, but the main thing is let's get you outside of the house and get you safe. And other things as simple as smoking or anything inside of your home, or having candles lit. A lot of times now that we have the winds in the afternoon, some people will have candles going, and that curtain may blow over the candle and catch the curtains on fire. So little things like that. Don't leave candles unattended. Checking your smoke detectors. Never leave food on the stove or anything burning if you're not in the area. Those are little things like that that can help protect people and keep you safe.
A lot of times we hear from residents after their house caught on fire that they didn't think it would happen to them. And I think that's a lot of our mentality is we often think it's not going to happen to me.
And that's unfortunately true, because we are all invincible, and it's not me, but it will be you. And a lot of the rules and things are in place because it has happened to someone, and it's just keeping people safe. And if people need um, information on smoke detectors, at the end of this, we'll talk about. They can go to the Albuquerque Fire Department Fire Rescue website, and we can get them in touch with American Red Cross about getting some smoke detectors if they don't have any working.
Okay. And does it cost anything if you're in a
They're
bind financially?
they're completely free.
Okay.
So we have American Red Cross has allocated some for the citizens of Albuquerque to keep them safe. So it's just a matter of getting them or letting us know. And we also have brochures to help make yourself safe if you want to just go through and like a checklist, a safety checklist for them. So there's things like that at cabq.gov/fire.
Captain, it's some great insight that you gave us this morning, especially knowing that you guys are seeing a rise in house fires. I hope this is going to get the attention of a lot of our viewers to go out there and make sure those smoke detectors are working.
And we appreciate our partnership with our community members like yourself who are out getting the word and letting people know. We rely heavily on the media and especially KRQE to help us get that message out. And thank you for letting us go on this morning and do that.
Before I let you go, once more, give me your website.
It's going to be cabq.gov/fire. And you can click on safety tips and information from the fire marshal's office, and we can get you a smoke detector if you need one.
Perfect. Captain Salazar, once again, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you, and you have a good day.